Hello, I'm Zachary O'Shea. This is Box of Teeth, and for the last few years, every day in October, I have been posting a monster a day. So this is your monster a day for October 1st, 2023. Now, for the first week of October Monster Day, we're going to be expanding the Waning Cult, which is a group of mortals who worship the Waning Court, a family of dark fae. These are all homebrewed up for Dungeons & Dragons and a horror-themed campaign, and we're going to start with the Waning Drone. The Waning Drone's skin is torn from navel to collar in a V pattern, the ragged flesh along the edges hanging like a feathered hem. This vile but non-lethal rupture exposes a thick latticework of direfly honeycomb, withered but living organs, and sigil-scarred bones. A glassy stupor commands the drone's gaze, for it feels no pain. Its teeth are stained red and lips puckered by sting scars. Most of the time it wears a greatcoat, laced closed to hide the abused form, and a big floppy hat. It's hard to tell it apart from other cultists until the blood and honey starts flying. Now, as its position in the Waning Cult, this is a monstrosity, so it's not exactly a cult member, it's just one of the monsters that serves them. It is fodder. While the Waning Cult is dedicated to their dark fae masters, sometimes they lack the courage to wade into a fight against well-armed opponents. This is where the Waning Drone comes in. Failed cultists are restrained and fed direfly larvae until their body bulges with burrowing insects. Their mind is wiped clean by the buzzing and the pain, leaving a dutiful, dull-witted creature somewhere between person and walking hive. Armed with a reinforced sickle, they wade into battle as directed and think nothing of gorging out direflies onto their foes, even at the cost of their own lives. Let's take a look at their statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. They are a challenge rating 1 creature who is a monstrosity. They do have a studded leather, sometimes carrying a shield. They have a hafted sickle that they attack with, as well as javelins as needed. While they are resistant to piercing and slashing damage, they are vulnerable to bashing damage because their midsection is nothing more than a big honeycomb hive. That plays into their hollow ability. So if they take too much damage, it ruptures them, and it's very gross and can cause the combatants in the battle to kind of stumble for a moment. While they are witless, they do have a limited telepathy to communicate ideas and emotions to creatures around them. And they do have insides out, where they can spray blood, honey, and insects in a cone. However, it does damage to both them and opponents who do not make a dex save. So one might note that this area of effect attack, unlike other monsters, doesn't have a recharge rate, because every time the Waning Drone deals damage to itself that cannot be prevented, so it's going to die as it's using this ability. Alright, well there we go. October is started off with something nice and horrific. I hope that you enjoyed it. Come back every day for a brand new monster. If you want to look at the hundreds of monsters for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that are all horror themed that I have homebrewed up, and they are also all free, you can go to boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're interested in the other horror role-playing game projects that I've put together, or the horror fiction that I write, including Grease Paint right there that I am pointing to, which is a horror novel, you can always go to www.ZacharyO'Shea.com. I really appreciate your time and your attention. I hope you have a wonderful day and a great spooky season ahead of you.